Yeah, so this new
Okay,
laptop, this
you're
new
live
laptop,
now.
the only thing I found with this new laptop was because I wanted the 8 gig in it, like the one they were selling at the Computer Alliance. Um, MSY would sell me the extra 4 gig of memory, but they wouldn't put it in it.
Oh,
No,
what, did they
my
say
wife,
why?
my wife went down and picked it up for me, and they said, "No, we won't put the memory in. You know, got to do that yourself and get somebody to do it." Took me about 2 minutes to do it.
Okay, has it got a cover on the bottom, a
Yeah,
little
the
inspection
cover, you
thing you
just
put
put
it
the
in?
one screw, flush the board in, it clicks into place, and then you put the screw back on.
Okay.
You can't get a
Well,
more.
my Lenovo that I've got here, you've got to pull the whole bottom cover off to upgrade the memory and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Interesting. As I said, my wife's laptop is just starting to pack in, and she started. Admittedly, it's I think 10 years old. It's an old Vista machine. So at the moment, when she uses it, she switches it on. It runs for about 5 minutes, and then it's interesting. The mouse just stops moving. So I'm
oh
not
yeah.
sure if it's, and we've checked everything. We've done a hard drive, what do they call it, test, and that gives okay, a RAM test, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so the only other thing I was thinking of could be the USB port. So how would you test if it's an intermittent USB? Well then, however, I wouldn't. It's not just a USB port, because if you use the touchpad, it also doesn't work. The mouse just stops moving. But then the other day she left it for about an hour, went back, and it was moving again. So who
Yeah.
knows? I
The
don't know what that is.
thing is with old laptops, Jeff, and it's reported a lot on different places, is the USB ports. After plugging stuff in and out of them over the years and having stuff in them, sometimes the connectors can uh, become dodgy on the motherboard. Because
Okay.
a lot of the USB ports on laptops are mounted on the motherboard.
Yes, I think they all practically are. Oh,
Yeah, and some of
except for the one that's on the other side.
them tracks, I think.
Sometimes they have ones on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's got a USB 2 on one side and two USB 3s on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay. By the way, my new laptop's got USB 3, and I've been using the gigantic improvement in speed when you plug in a USB 3 external hard drive. I'm doing I do or I think it's 60 or 70 megabits per second. All right.
yeah,
I think I'm not sure if whereas the old ones were only down to 10. So it's definitely when you want to copy big files, it's very, very fast, nice and fast.
yeah. I would have liked it to had wireless A, and the new A one, the high speed
Okay.
thing, and if it hasn't, it's only N. So there still
Well,
seems to
the
still
new
seems to be
I've got a new wireless extender that's got wireless A on it, but I don't think my laptop supports it. But what it also has is it supports the 5 megahertz range, and as a consequence of that, you can. But the only computer around is my daughter's Apple Mac can connect with that, and I haven't checked the speed difference. But regardless of that, I remember I gave you that old power Ethernet over power thing. If you were able to use that.
I haven't had a chance yet, Jeff.
Okay, fair enough.
When
I used to use that, the best I used to get wirelessly was 1 or 2 megabits, but now I can get about 5, which is about half the speed of my cabled internet, cabled communication. So I find I do a lot of stuff now with my quadcopter and video files, and then what I do is I just put it on the laptop with my little thing here, the little where is it? Can you see that? The little I've got a little slot. This is where my little micro SD card goes in.
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't think you can see that. It's on the other side anyway. There's a little slot where the micro SD card goes in, and I just plug it into the laptop and then copy it to my server, and that works. And that works really good now. Yeah. Okay.
The
Go on.
I was going to say my mobile phone. That's right. My new router from Telstra is a dual band one, and it pumps out A band at the extra high speed, and this thing actually has wireless A in it. This phone
Ah.
connects at 86 megabits per second.
Oh, nice. So you can transfer files nice and fast.
Yeah, well, that's the phone. The computers are still stuck to end, so it's still pretty reasonable speed though. Yeah.
Okay. Just to show you what I've got now with this new wireless router I've got, I'll do a quick screen share and show you one of the things it comes up with, which is nice. Do the entire screen, share that. Okay.
Well,
You can see my totals.
The PC.
You can see my screen there.
Wait there. Yeah, I was just looking at something. It's yeah.
Okay. By the way, when you're using this, if my screen's down at the bottom, if you click on my photo, it'll come up with that part of the screen full size, so you get to see it a lot better. All right, and that's what I'm doing now.
What happened to Diane?
What happened to Diane?
Your screen overriding mine, isn't it?
Sorry. What I want?
Diane's
just come back. Disappeared. She's disconnected.
Oh.
She has a habit of doing that occasionally.
Okay.
She probably closed the window, not realising she's closed the window for the Hangout.
Yeah. No, well, I just had a look at the PC speed, connection speed, and it's 72 megabits per second.
Okay. Well,
and I'm on the other side of the house from where my wireless router is.
Okay. And your picture comes through nice and clear to me. You're probably getting a fuzzy screen from me because my camera's not too crash hot, but yours is nice and clear. You know, a nice clear screen, which is good. But what I want to do is show you.
I had a light on behind me, and it's become a lot clearer since I've turned that light off, because that light was straight on the camera.
Oh yeah. Well, I can see your head there, and I can see a couple of hats on a hook by the look of it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what you should see. That's what's behind me in the corner of the bedroom.
All right. I'll just mention what I said before. You'll notice that when I talk, if you're looking down at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there's you and me down the bottom, right? Yeah, and when I talk, I come up, but when you talk, you should come up. The alternative is if I click now on you down at the bottom, which I'm doing. No, that's me. I click on your name, Gary. Now your screen, regardless of who talks, your screen's up at the top all the time. And when I'm doing this broadcast, I have to make sure that if I'm using somebody else and I'm doing the recording, I have to make sure that if I'm getting someone else shares their screen with me, that I don't talk in the middle of it, because if I'm talking, the people that are watching the recording won't see it. All right. Yeah. So I've got to make sure that works. So I've clicked on you, and I've got Gary and a border around it. Now, if you try doing the same thing with my name down the bottom, which is probably Jeff, you'll find if you click on there, my screen is there all the time, regardless of what's happening.
Yeah.
You seen that happening? Okay. If it's still got that border there and you click on it again, right, the border disappears and it goes back to this default setting, so that whoever's talking is up on the screen.
Okay.
All right, so that's the thing you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, I was just going to show a screen share and show this thing about this. I've got a portable hard drive now attached to virtually my, not a router, it's actually a if I go to screen share, which I did before, do full screen, entire screen. Okay. All right, and then go to there. You'll notice that there's my what's the name, and you'll notice in my networks over on the left-hand side here. That's this computer here. That's my Raspberry Pi computer. This thing called ReadyShare. This ReadyShare is the portable hard drive plugged into the Wi-Fi extender. So if I click on that, it comes up. It has USB storage where the USB is connected to it. Click on that.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I've got a new thing which is connected to my car, which is that little recorder I had running that I brought to the meeting the other day, a little camera. So if I click on that, recordings of me driving along. So if I go to that one, hopefully there's nothing embarrassing. Me saying anything, but if I call up the video, it'll call up the video. So starting now. And so I can, this is video that's on, very slow starting. There it is. And then it should start VLC player and play, there we are. Me sitting at a set of lights. Brown's Plains. You able to see that?
It keeps going blank, Jeff. I see it
too. I don't know why.
Yeah, I see it for a second and then it goes blank. The car just went past you.
Yeah, there's the car. All right, I'll stop that anyway. Show it. All right. So that's interesting that you can share a portable hard drive, and you'll notice also on that one I've got down the bottom here somewhere. Oh, that's the car recordings. Is my PVR, which is what I record off the television. That's off the television. Via there and watch with a much better video player than watch the television video player. So that's an interesting way of doing things rather than having to do it with the one, because if I record off the television and plug the hard drive into the TV, the playback the playback recorder is I have to use the remote, and that's really crap. But anyway, so I'll stop that sharing, come back to me. All right. Okay.
No, yeah, well, that's like mine. The oh, wait, they haven't got the screen share on. What am I doing?
Okay.
This thing's pretty good. I'll have to make it. Where are we?
You go over the top left-hand side to get the screen share.
All right. I just lost something, but it's start screen share. Okay, now I've got screen share.
Okay, there you've got it. Okay. Now, whatever screen you go into, I'll see that screen. And then what I do is I click on... and I can see your screen is now full size.
Okay, network discovery is turned off. I'll have to turn it on. I haven't set this thing up fully yet, have I? It's got split USB storage. Oh, that's it. That's okay. USB storage, and that's my printer.
USB storage is your printer?
Yeah.
How's that? Oh, Epson.
It's good. Oh. Yeah, I know. It's interesting.
So interesting. What happens if you click on that? Are there any files on it?
No.
Oh, what happens if you plug in a?
I've got to plug an SD.
Not available.
I've got to plug an SD card into it.
Oh, if you plug an SD card into that, you can actually see.
Yeah, I can actually read whatever I wanted. There's an SD card slot on the front of the printer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
and you can get it, and then you can get it via the network.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I can just plug cards out of my camera straight in there, and it's faster transfer than lots of times.
Okay, that's a good idea. So how was that done? How did that start up? How do you actually get that started up? How did you get that started up?
Just by loading the Epson drivers and everything. And I've told it knows it's a network printer.
Yeah.
So it's all connected over the network.
Okay. Great.
It has a fixed IP. It has a fixed IP address, the printer, and of course you can do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And they've split the drive in this thing into two drives. That's one thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to. I just realised I'm going to have to turn on a few network things because my NAS.
Okay.
Yeah, my NAS server's not showing up. Network discovery turned on. Click to change. Turn on network discovery.
What we should do one day, it's all right, it'd be really good if you could do it. In fact, you could do it now if you wanted, anybody wants it, to show how you connect up all your network with all those settings. Like, for example, you've got your NAS drive, you've got to connect to it now,
now that I've turned it on, have a look at that.
Wow, they're all your drives, are they?
That's all. I just turned on the network discovery, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you switched on network discovery. Can you just go
Found all
back
the
and switch that
devices.
off and switch it on again to show people how you did it?
Well, it prompted me. As soon as I clicked on network, you said you didn't have it on, and there was a taskbar at the top. So I just clicked on that and said yes, but I said it then offered me to turn on network discovery for private networks or public. And of course, I only wanted it for private because I don't want it to be available outside my own network. And once I did that, it's found everything that's connected. So,
Okay.
That's
So you've got we got 2 T-box machines, the Epson printer,
right.
2 things, 4 Epson printers,
Right.
and a wireless router.
No, they're showing up under different things,
okay.
other devices, because you'll find that it'll show up 4 times because it's a scanner, a fax, printer. Well, it's 5 times, isn't it there? And it's,
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
and it's configured on the network in 2 different ways. Yeah. You can do an automatic configuration with these things, but the trouble is I find when the printer goes to sleep, you want to send something to it to print, it doesn't seem to come back alive again. You've got to go in and physically hit the button on the front, which is very annoying.
Okay.
But if I set it up via its direct network address, that never seems to happen. Turns on automatically first time every time.
Okay, well, that's good. Good to know. All right.
So yeah, multifunction devices. See, it's showing up there. It's showing up in multiple places because its other devices will be the reason it's there, and the other devices will be the SD card slot. What else? Oh, it's got a built-in wireless. So yeah,
I notice you've only got your desktop computer there. That's the only you do have access to that computer from your laptop
when it's turned on.
Oh, it's not turned on.
No. Well, that's desktop. Desktop might be this one actually. I don't know which one that is. Desktop.
No, it says the folder's empty. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what.
So you don't share your desktop files.
I'm going to be very I haven't. I've got to make it part of the group yet.
Oh, okay. It's not part of that group. So that's another thing that goes wrong. I noticed my son gave me an extra machine while my wife is waiting to buy a laptop, and he set it up as a different work group, and then you don't see the things in the other work groups. I noticed.
Right. Yeah. You got to be part of it.
Set up a work group.
Yeah, you got to be part of the same work group. See, all my other ones are part of the same group. This one isn't yet. I'm going to.
Okay.
But it doesn't.
You have to change the name of it.
Group doesn't says create home group. I've actually got to go and find out from one of the others what the you got to put in that
the home group ID.
The home group ID thing, yeah. And then you can set up all your sharing, see, on the home group. Okay. And then yeah. Anyhow, I don't want it to set up a separate one. So I'll turn off the share. How do I turn that off? Just click on that, do I?
Okay. Yeah, just go over to the side again and switch it off. Yeah. Or alternately, it says your screen sharing. I think you can switch it off at the top there. That's just bringing it back to you. Okay.
I think it is.
All right. So I'm just clicking on your name again now, so that when I talk, I come up, and when you talk, you come up. Whereas it was on yours all the whole time when we're doing that. So in the video that's being recorded of this, that's all there. What I also do is I'll quickly do a screen share and show you the other thing that I do. What happens at my end, right? It'll.
It's all right. I was just shutting down the registry editor.
Okay.
I was doing some registry edits. I was reading this article and they're telling about how to improve the network speed, because when you get Windows machines, they come specifically designed to give top priority to multimedia.
Okay.
And if you want to speed up your network, you can make a few little changes to your network throttling index, which will give you a faster network throughput.
Okay. Just showing on my screen there, you're getting this echo in the screen over and over again. Yeah. But you'll notice I've got this extra button here to stop the broadcast. And also you'll notice down the bottom here, over here, it's got this little thing, and unfortunately this thing's in the way of it.
Where is it? Trying to find it.
Down here. It shows, oh, down here, sorry, this is where it is. It actually shows if there are other people viewing this, because people can view it from outside our thing. Because I've made this public, other people can view it. But if we look at this link see thing, I'm clicking on it now, that link there.
Yeah.
This so that YouTube link. If you actually like copy that and I always to send it to you, right? That'll be the link to video when this is finished. The thing that's really strange about this is you can go to that link now and watch this a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting the way that Google have integrated this. Obviously, it's an individual stream to each computer. I thought it was just basically streaming. So if I send that link to you, you could actually go back and do it. But rather than doing it that way, I'll quickly do it another way. So that, all right. Go back to here. Here, and I've got, when I start up, I get this screen, right?
Yeah, well, that was what I was getting. Every time I clicked, that's what I kept on getting. And when I clicked that play button there, nothing. All the time he was.
Okay. Well, the reason is you don't click the play button; you click on the start button. I can't do that now, but if I had to click on this play button just to watch, to show you what happens, this will show us what's happening a couple of minutes ago. Watch this. This is incredible.
Yeah.
This now to what's the name, and I've clicked the play button. I don't know if I've got enough bandwidth to be able to do this, but it's starting up. Right? It starts up. It'll show what we're doing a couple of minutes ago, and I can go back. As I said, it's very slow. This is because you'd be doing better because you've got more bandwidth than I'm doing. But it'll actually, so it's recording and playing what we're recording at the same time, which I find absolutely mind-boggling. It's a sort of a time warp thing that I don't really understand. It's not starting up too good this time, but we'll see what happens. Still trying to start.
Yeah, it's trying.
Oh well, it might get started eventually.
Yeah.
I've never done this with screen. Oh yeah, I've done it with screen sharing, I think so. Looks like it's not going to start up. No, it's too slow. All right, I'll just stop that then. I'm going to pause that.
I'm going to change for a little while. I'm getting.
Okay. All right, that's not to worry. There it is. It is playing. Hear it?
No, can't hear it. No, sound's not coming through.
We're playing in the past. Okay.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear it.
Okay, not a problem. But anyway, it did actually play what was in the past.
Yeah.
It's still doing it. Hold on, I better stop it. Oh. All right, I've just stopped it. Because otherwise, as I said, it's actually playing what we're just recorded, but it's because of the delay.
Yeah.
I find really interesting. We're actually doing a live presentation, right? Then it's recording it to YouTube, but then we're playing what we recorded on YouTube, which is I find that just fascinating. The technology that allows you to be able to do that sort of thing. Okay. Okay. Pretty Diane's gone. I wonder if she had any questions.
Yeah. No.
All right. I could give her a ring to find out what's happening. All right. Anyway. The only other thing, you mind showing us the spec of your computer? You go into the if you go to the screen share and go to system and show us what it is. Yeah, it's come up. I've got you there. Okay. Just for anybody, you want to talk about what you're doing there, Gary? You go to.
No, wait down. I think I might have to go to. This is not the same as the others. I keep forgetting that. What I'll have to do is go in here into what do they call it now? File Explorer instead of
File Explorer. Yeah, change the name. Aren't they really good?
This PC, I should go to right click on it, and properties should tell me. There it is there.
Okay.
Why is it saying it's only got
4 gig of RAM, 64-bit operating system.
I'm going to have to check.
Interesting.
I'm supposed to have 8.
Should have 8.
Yeah. I wonder if I had to turn.
Oh.
I put the other 4 in. It came with 4.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. Something you're going to have to check out just while you went in here.
Yeah, I just assumed it automatically found the 8. Install RAM 4 GB.
You might have to do something in the. You wouldn't think you'd have to put something in the BIOS to make it work, would you? I thought they automatically did it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'll have to have a look in the BIOS and see what it's. Yeah, unless somehow it's like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to
all right.
That. Install memory.
Okay.
4 gig. Yeah, I'll check that out and let you know what I've had to do.
Okay.
I just thought.
I noticed if it's a notebook computer, if it's a matter of interest, if it's a notebook computer, why have you called it desktop and that big number?
Not me. That's what it came with.
Oh. Oh, so it came with. Okay. You're going to have to change the name.
Yeah, I'd like to change it, yeah. But computer description. Okay. Yeah.
Just for anybody that's watching this, if you want to do that, that's what you need to change the name to make sure reflect what the computer is, because otherwise they just come with default names, don't they?
Yeah, computer name, and you need to change settings. So you click on that over there, and then that's computer description. I'm not sure you can actually change the computer name once they set it. To rename this computer,
you should be able.
There we are. See, to rename this computer, click change. So I'm going to change it to GARYS dash. You can't use spaces in this.
Can't you? Okay.
No. It has to be continuous.
Okay.
And just change it to Gary's laptop.
The only thing is, I think once you do this, once you change it, it'll probably ask you to reboot the computer. Yeah.
It does.
Don't do that now.
No, I'll cancel it.
Don't do that.
No, I can't.
Okay. Because if you do that, we'll lose you. All right, not a problem. Okay.
No, I'll just changes will take effect after you restart. Yeah, well, I'm not restarting it yet.
Okay. Just cancel that one, probably. Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't do an auto restart later. So that's easy fix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I have to.
Oh, it'd be interesting, that 4 gig of RAM. I would have thought it would have gone straight to the 8 gig automatically.
Yeah, I just plugged it in. Assumed that.
Another one of the mysteries of life.
Hey.
Another one of the mysteries of life. Or I should say the mysteries of Microsoft life.
Well, it might be a mystery of ASUS, this one, because it's got nothing to do with the operating system.
Yeah, I guess so.
It should just tell you what it actually it detects in the BIOS. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh well, I'll close that and turn off.
Also, I'll just also mention it for everybody else. Remember, I said, I think you said you went to the library. We did that. I looked at that webinar that was run by Australia the other day about
Sorry,
the.
Screen share off?
Yeah, your share's off. You can tell that it's off because you get to see yourself on the main screen. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The only thing is to watch out for all this. You need to be careful. I did some training the other day with people in the classroom. I use this in the classroom to actually, when I'm teaching people, I run a beginner's course, and I ran a beginner's course where I was doing the classroom, and I called up inadvertently. I said, I need to have something to show on my desktop. In fact, I'll show you where it is quickly. I won't call it up. This one won't call it up. I'll show you what I did though. I did that. Okay. and then I went to the desktop. Someone, because that's the only thing I've got on the desktop where you double click, and I double clicked on that, and it's got a whole lot of personal phone numbers and stuff like that. And of course, what I've done, recorded it, and it's all gone live on the internet. So luckily, what you can do is you can go. I'll quickly show you how it's done. You can go into if I go to here and I start up a new tab, go to YouTube. Okay, and this will go into my YouTube account. And what you can do is you go to the videos that you've recorded, and you can actually either delete them, which I can do. These are all my videos, and they'll come up in a second. Video editor, and with the editor, you can actually blank out parts of it. So I left the video in there and blanked out of it. That's the one I did. One of these people, I did one of these ones, and I actually had to go in and blank it out. So these are the videos done. But you can go into edit, and when you edit it, one of the editing functions is enhancements, rotations and stuff like that. But anyway, and you can delete the whole thing. So if you don't like these videos after you've done them, you can delete them. So people, even though you've made it public, you can delete the whole thing if you wanted to. So you can get rid of the whole thing if you want to. All right. So that was that. So these are just a couple I did. And as I said, I just show people, but you've got to be aware that when you're showing people things, you don't show private stuff. Because otherwise you come unstuck. All right. Another one I wanted to show too was, as I mentioned, the where is it? This is the library stuff I found the other day. Whole thing. No. Shut it all. No, I shut it all down. I haven't got it there again, so I can start it again if I can find the library one. I'll have to go to my email to do it. I'll switch this off, go to my emails, call it up, and then bring it back again. So that's the disadvantage of showing a whole screen. For example, notice a whole screen. I've got other things there. I've got a mapping program that I use. I've got all my stuff there, but I don't want to call up my emails while I'm showing this. So I'll switch off the screen sharing. So I'll go back to stop the screen sharing. All right. Then I'm back to doing this. All right. Now I can go to my emails without actually showing. You can't see my screen anymore, can you?
No.
Emails, and I'm going to find something to do with Reddit or something like that. I forget what it was called. Logan Library.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not it. Oh, I'll have to find it. And I had them up, and which was all the magazines that I mentioned the other day about. There's this facility you can use this. I think it's called now. I'll have to go to somewhere else to find it. Anyway, just keep talking, and I'll find out where it is.
Yeah.
Where am I?
I'm going to have to give it a miss, because I'm going to have to go and lie down for a while.
Okay.
Back's starting to...
Okay, no problem. All right.
We'll
call that quits now anyway. But all right, I'll just say this is all I just do. I stop the thing. So anybody that wants to look at this, we can look at show them later on. I'll send an email to everybody saying we got it going, and my apologies for not working. By the way, the reason it didn't work, it seemed to be because I was setting the wrong link. What I've got to do is send the link that's at the top of the page, not the one that's down at the bottom of the page screen thing. No. So that seems to be the way of getting things going. All right. I'll see you later then.
Right on.
Okay. Have a good time, and I hope all goes well tomorrow, that thing, and send us an email after you've finished it all, and we hope you get better real quick.
Yeah, I'm hoping to too. Okay, Jim. Catch you later.
Okay. See you, Gary.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.